Yo, 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 check it out, check it out, check it out. See, I'm Smasher live from the multiverse. We back with another album review. Today is, I was put on to this guy through Team Backpack, of course, but I hadn't delved into his projects. Cause I got a lot of stuff I'm listening to right now, but one of my subscribers said go check it out. Check out his project, Delta Theory. Said it's legendary. I forget the guy's name, but I'll put him in the comments. I'll pin his comment or whatever. But yeah, we're getting into Demo, Delta Theory. I was surprised, but this joint was actually really good. Let's go. Alright, so Delta Theory. What can I say? Okay, I'll start with this project as a whole. The more hip hop I listen to, the more that I've gotten really had a grown a taste for like boom bap, smooth, relaxing type beats, and like that's what this project is full of. I've always liked the hype and energy is good too, but I can only take that in small doses because everybody's doing it, and like sometimes I just need, if I want to really listen to an artist or listen to his message or really meditate to some music, then I need something that's not so overbearing. Like sometimes the 808s and the trap music, it's just too much it's too much energy for you to sit down and meditate to it. Not that this music is bad. I'm just saying that trap style get you want to dance, want you to wild out a little bit. But if you want to really listen to a message and listen to some music, then like really sit down and meditate to it, cruise to it. Some boom bap is what I really default to when it comes to hip hop. So yeah, I really enjoy that type of vibe. And also as an artist personally, I like how my voice sounds over boom bap beats because it's smooth, it's clear, my message isn't distorted, I don't have to mess with the mixing so much, and you can hear me and stuff. So yeah, so that's what this Delta Theory project pretty much gave for me as a whole. I could hear what Demo was talking about. It's a pretty lengthy project. It's got 16 tracks, so it's a full length. And yeah, they say it's a mixtape. He says it's a mixtape, but it seemed like an album to me. And yeah, so my top 3 tracks from this album. This is really hard because I got I'm looking at my list here and I got 6. I couldn't. There's top 6 out of 16. That's a very good score for me. Because usually I do pick my top 3 right away. For instance, 6 Seconds, Demigod, I can pick the top 3 easy. Streetlight, I can pick a top 3 easy. But this one, because I love boom bap so much, it was hard for me to pick apart all of it. And not just the boom bap. He was talking on some real messages and stuff. And he just had a lot of different flavors on it. A lot of artists can't make an album with a lot of different flavors on it. It's usually you got a couple love songs, you got a couple hype songs, you got a couple talk your trash songs, and that's about it. Most artists, in terms of range of subject, this had a lot of range of subject. So 6 tracks came out of it. But to keep it consistent, I'm going to stick with top 3. Very hard choice, but my top 3 would have to be Demoism, play on his word, play on his name, Demoism, Black Blues, and Melanin Theory. Alright, so let's get into Demoism real quick. So yeah, this track, despite the name, Demoism, it really is introspective because it's just, he paints a really good picture of how he's living, pretty much. How he sees himself kind of outside his body, sitting amongst regular people. He's doing regular things. He does humble things, but he just paints a really good picture of how he moves through society. That's the best way I can phrase it. Because it's hard, because throughout this whole project, he's talking about so much, and he switches subjects so readily on every track. It's like one smooth, long progression. You could play this album seamlessly from front to back and just basically hear him ramble on about everything in his life. So, but Demoism is the best summary of the project to me. Now, this is me as an artist listening to it. And it's funny is that my top 3 tracks are from the last 3 tracks on the album, but it's just, he wraps it up real nice, what he was trying to say throughout the whole thing, in my opinion. So Demoism, yeah, so I really enjoyed that. The second track on my list here is Black Blues, which is the number 15 out of 16. And the name kind of explains itself. He's basically going through like the troubles of being a black man, and the reason this project touched me so much is because right now I'm going through a bit of a rough period. So this album as a whole, I could really feel like his progression and the tracks through it. And he's basically explained all the moods that I have. So Black Blues doesn't need any further explanation, but yeah, go listen to that. And yeah, it's not as sad as it sounds. It was more like recognizing the different struggles of being black and just accepting them and taking those things and trying to elevate them to another thing. So he did a really good job with that. And the last one is Melanin Theory, which is the final track on the album. The reason this stood out to me is this one had a definitive switch. All the tracks here, I don't think he has any features on this thing. Does he have any features? No, he doesn't have any features. But on this track here, he switched the beat up halfway through, and he switched the vibe up. So this one stood out the most to me because by this point, listening to 16 tracks, I'm used to him just rapping. But yeah, this he really switched up the vibe to like a sing song, old school reminiscent. You know, like those jazz pieces that you hear where there's like a one vocalist and they're just in a smooth, not harsh tone, just saying pretty much left and right stuff, just whatever's on their mind. That's what it's switched up to. I really like the vibe. It's a really nice way to end the album. Really, really well done. And yeah, so that's Demo Delta Theory. Shout out to the guy who mentioned this to me, man. I will get your name in the description, and I'll put your link to your channel in the description. I owe you that. And put me on to Demo's projects. I was gonna get to him later, but I got to him sooner than later. And yeah, I'm glad I did sooner than later. All right, this is the Adam Smasher live in the multiverse. Demo Delta Theory. I'm out.